There we go.
How
All
you
right.
doing?
I'm
It's
doing
not,
pretty good.
yeah,
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Very eager to own some Jedi apologists with facts and logic.
Yes. so, yeah. So I actually want to ask you like one thing. So, how did you actually find the channel though?
Oh well, a a friend of mine linked me one of your videos, if I
Oh.
can recall.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I was debating with him, and at first I was like, Grievous isn't a hero, but then he showed me one of your videos, and I was like, holy crap, he is a hero.
Yep. Because like I said, a lot of people, they just didn't understand because like I said, they don't know like the backstory and everything, and they just falling for like the biased portrayals and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's why people didn't really know the facts that Grievous is hero because like they're sitting here just thinking like, oh, he's a villain because of some bias mess. But other than that, yeah, that's cool how you found the channel and understood the facts. But do you have any questions for me?
yeah. How did you figure out that Grievous was a hero?
I explained this in a previous video before, but I'll re-explain it now. Basically, like I was watching the Clone Wars and stuff in 2014 and 2013, and basically I was just looking at it. I was like, I never really thought Grievous was some in quotation villain because he was just, you always felt bad for him losing and all this stuff. And then we actually looked up, I actually went online, looked up the facts, and it actually was like said Grievous is a hero because he's fighting for the peace and the freedom and not the to destroy the evil Republic and Jedi. Because I never bought into the mess of the Jedi being so-called heroes because their actions just never seemed heroic in the Clone Wars. But
Yeah, like what
so
heroes abduct children?
yeah, that's all I was like, what? So once I found that out, I was like, oh, that was cool. That's when I started like figuring out the facts that Grievous is hero. But then it's like only certain people knew, and Grievous was originally on Heroes Wiki in 2013, but somebody had actually deleted it because their opinion said, oh well, we don't think he's a hero, so we're just going to delete the whole thing. So people were actually
Oh
spreading the
man.
facts that he was a hero, and I was like, oh. So that's when I started basically because I never even thought he was a villain from the first place. So that's why I was like, okay. So once I found that out and then started like, okay, putting all the facts together and found out everything about the backstory and everything, that's when I was like, okay, I need to start spreading this to the world. That's why I basically sent the other video that the facts that Grievous is hero been out before I even came out and started spreading everything. So that's how I found out though.
Oh yeah. I guess the Heroes Wiki has been infiltrated by Jedi apologists.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just what happens, I mean, like people just their own opinions. They're like, well, since wikis are like that, that's why I only say like trust certain wikis
Yeah.
because other wikis they're not good because they're just gonna sit here and put bias, and anybody can edit them and delete stuff. So that's why I'm like, I don't usually trust certain wikis except like Battle Droids wikis and there's some other stuff. So
Oh yeah. You can't. You definitely you can't take this information like uncritically. You have to kind of like look at it and see. Okay, how does this stack up against the facts? Does it match the facts, or is it lying about the facts?
yeah, because that's the thing is like because it's like the portrayals and stuff, and it just like the facts are actually what happens in the show and everything else. Which is why I always tell people like this is stuff is the facts. It's not my opinion just speaking on random things. It's like the evidence is there in the show showing that Grievous' actions are heroic because he's fighting for the galaxy and his people. Yet you guys refuse to see it because of this biased narrative that they keep pushing and saying thing. But it's like I always tell people actions speak louder than words, so you can't sit here and say, well, oh, the actions of Grievous are so-called evil when his actions are actually doing heroic things. So that's I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
When has Grievous ever done anything evil? Like I'd really like to ask that to these people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird. It's just like wow, like people just do not understand anything.
It's because they're too clouded by their own biases, and they're just taking what Dave Filoni and Lucasfilm what they say uncritically. They aren't actually thinking about it and going, is Grievous a hero?
Yeah, because that's why I always told people like before, like okay, if you just follow everything that Lucasfilm says, and Lucasfilm like comes out like say tomorrow and just some says Palpatine is a hero or something, it's like what? And you're gonna actually believe and follow that just because their mouth said that? And Palpatine's done evil things. That's I'm like, no. That's why I was like, you gotta look at the actions of the characters and stuff before you just sit here and follow words behind it.
Yeah, follow actions, not words. I agree with that.
Yeah, because I mean, so yeah, so a question for you. So you say you found the channel later on, and I know you started liking the videos, but what do you also support the Separatist Alliance?
Yeah, I support. That's kind of a complicated question. I
Mm-hmm.
support the stated goals of the alliance, but I do think there were Sith in there, and I think I
Yeah,
support like the Grievous faction in the alliance, but I think there were some kind of like Sith elements in there. The Sith aren't really all that better than the Jedi.
yeah.
I do support them over the Republic. I think they were much better, like comparatively to the Republic.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because with the Sith, it's just with the Confederacy and stuff of the Separatists, it's just very interesting because it's like their goals are actually like heroic. Because if you like said on one of the videos, if you look at the Separatist New Order, like what they're doing is for peace, but the certain people in there are not doing it for peace, like Gunray and Dooku and Ventress and stuff. They're just in it for their own stuff. So it's like they're not really in it for the peace. Well, Grievous, Admiral Trench, and some other people like Warm Los and stuff, they're actually not even bad people and stuff. They're actually just in it for the actual Confederacy and independence system, like the cause, because their people were wronged by the Jedi. Because I was like, oh wow. So that's why you should go watch my other video talking about the Separatists are the good guys, so you can understand more of that.
Yeah, I'll go do that after this.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing about the Separatists, which I find very interesting. So I was like, wow.
Yeah, because all they want to do is like secede from the Republic, and the Republic's saying, no, you have to stay, and they're using like the threat of like military force. So it's like, what's going to happen if like you don't want if you want to secede from the Republic? Like they're not going to like let you do that. So what do
Yep.
you call that? That's tyranny.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, the Republic was always the Republic and Jedi and stuff. They were always evil, like during the stuff. That's why the Separatists and stuff were rising up because they didn't want to deal with the corrupt Republic. So they wanted to try to restore it back to and preserve peace because the Republic was doing all these things like during the pre-Clone War stages and doing these bad things, and Jedi were committing genocides and all this other stuff. So it just didn't make any really sense. So that's why the people were trying to secede and get away from them. And
Yeah,
so
I think it's important to note that they weren't trying to like overturn the Republic. They were like, you can have your Republic, but we just don't want to be like a part of it anymore. We want to go do our own thing. And the Republic was like, no, you have to stay.
yeah, and then that's when that's why I actually tell people, which people don't even realize, that the Jedi in Republic are actually the ones that started the Clone Wars. But like the way people fall for it is like, oh, the Separatists were starting it, but no, the Separatists just built their army just in case they had to fight back, and then the case that they did actually had to fight back because the Jedi and Republic invaded Geonosians and killed a whole bunch of Geonosians. So that also just kind of started the war.
Yeah, it was that's another. It was the Jedi who attacked first. They were building up their army, the Separatists, but they weren't planning on using it until the Jedi just invaded Geonosis.
Yep.
Randomly.
That's why I'm like, that's why I've told people, I'm like, yeah, check your facts before you just say, oh, the Separatists are so evil, in quotation. I'm like, yeah, you have some bad people in there like Tambor and Gunray that are not fighting for the actual cause. They're only kind of here for conquest, but you actually have good people like Grievous and Admiral Trench and Warren Los and some other people. It's like they're actually fighting for the goodness of the Separatists.
Yeah, there's like a much higher percentage of like evil people in the Republic than like the Separatists. Like the military force of the Republic was literally run by like a cult.
Yes.
Like the Jedi are like a cult.
Yeah, it's just yeah, that's true though. The Jedi, they're cults. But yeah, it's just very interesting. That's why I always tell people, like, look at the facts, get in there deeper instead of just falling for what the biased narrative is trying to push in your face. It's like, bro, actually, like I told people on the other live stream before that one of my friends, like, he's a huge Separatist fan, and he said he had to stop. He only watched the movies, and I told him, you need to watch some of the Clone Wars stuff. So he tried to watch the Clone Wars, and he just said he couldn't finish it because he got tired of the biased narrative. So I'm like, Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of disgusting how like propagandistic the Clone Wars is, and how it tries to like frame like the Separatists are the bad guys because they just wanted to secede from the Republic peacefully.
Yeah, and then it's like the way they try to portray everything, like it just gets so annoying. Like every time it's like the narrator, that's why people are like, "Ugh." That's why he decided to stop watching the show because he was just like he can't stand how they try to portray everything like this evil thing, and like even like in the Bad Batch, where they try to call Grievous an evil droid, and I'm like, what? That's why I was like, that's why I made
Yeah,
that video.
it's like doubly wrong. Grievous isn't a droid, nor is he evil.
Yeah, that's why I was like that. Yeah, yeah, that was like my other friend India Blade Wolf had commented. He was like, first of all, they got that wrong, saying Grievous is some evil, and then he got wrong saying he's a droid and he's a police cyborg. I'm like,
Yeah,
what? Uh
I mean that's pretty ballsy if you think about it, because he gave up his own humanity, or not really humanity, but Kalish-ness to become like a cyborg and to keep on fighting, against the Jedi. That's super like selfless if you think about it. Because
yeah,
he transcended himself, and he gave up like so many of his kind of like organic pleasures to just keep on like carrying on the fight against the Jedi and to get
yeah.
revenge for his people.
Yep, because he since he chose to upgrade himself as a cyborg, because he knew the improvements will also help fight and be a better killer of the Jedi. So that's why he decided to do that, and it's just like really like people just don't understand like all the stuff he had to go through to take. That's why someone else has said like maybe if they do a Grievous movie or something, maybe people would understand his heroic character more. But other people are like saying then they're just because of the bias portrayal and everything. They keep trying to throw him in, and he's some in quotation villain. So it's just like, this is why people keep thinking about that. So
Yeah, yeah, we really do need like a Grievous solo movie.
yeah. So that's why I was just like very interesting because it's like because people really don't know the whole thing about the Jedi killing his people for like literally no reason, and it was just all this stuff because like I said, people were getting that confused with the Legends Grievous for some reason because like I said, I understand how you could get it confused because the backstories are very similar of the Legends and canon, but not at the same time because the Legends Grievous, that one was the Huck killed his people and then he had a shuttle crash while the canon Grievous chose to become a cyborg, and then the Jedi killed his people. So there was no Huck in the comics or any other media. So that's why I was to get mad when people, like some of my former enemies, just were like, "There's Huck." I'm like, "Where is the Huck? There's no Huck in the Clone Wars ever stated that killed his people."
And I could be wrong, and obviously it's Legends and it's not canon anymore. But weren't like the Jedi in Legends like on the side of the Huck?
Yeah, the Jedi, they were on the side of the Huck and the Legend. So
Yeah,
that also kind of made that Legend Grievous hate them more, but it just really because of the whole Dooku lying to Grievous in that version was the one that made that Legends Grievous go crazy. So
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, that's all I was telling us. So yeah, that could also confuse people in there. So that's why people were like, "Oh, it's the Huck." I'm like, "Nah, this is not the canon."
If you were put in charge of like a Grievous like solo movie, like what would you like make it be, or what would you make like the plot of it be?
If I was in charge of a Grievous solo movie, well, I had a movie idea a while back. I'm still trying to think if I'm going to even do it as a stop motion or not or animation. But I was thinking basically if I do agree with the movie, what I would do is basically explain the backstory, like have him in his normal Kalish warlord body, then have the Jedi seen attacking and killing his people, then him fighting back and then upgrading cybernetics, like because like you can see in the statues and the layer Grievous in some of the comic books that he already was upgrading his cybernetics while he was on Kali. So like see him upgrading some of that before like this full transformation, then show his full transformation and show how he's a hero fighting for the galaxy and his people to get back at the Jedi. Like show some small Clone Wars battles, like the third maybe the 13 Jedi, like the lightsabers you see in the layer of Grievous that you never got to see him kill on screen. So maybe she'll like go after them and all that stuff, and then just fall back with the rest of the story. So that's what I would do.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I would do. Because I'm like, I just really want people because people really don't understand. So I'm like, yeah. What would you do?
I'd probably I'd start it off, I'd want it to be kind of like to show his origins a bit. So like you show him while he's still like a Kalish, and you show like his people getting kind of like slaughtered or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and he becomes then you see him kind of go out there, and he becomes like a Jedi hunter, and you see him kind of give up his original body to become like a cyborg, and from there, I just
Hmm.
have it be maybe like a kind of like a John Wickish movie where he's going around, he's hunting all these Jedi, and he's just on this like path of revenge, and then
Yes.
have it end where he's surrounded by Jedi, and the odds are against him, and it cuts to black, but then like the after credit scene, you see him kind of walking away, and he's killed all the Jedi, and
Yeah.
he's taking their lightsabers, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That seems cool as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like it's just like learning about Grievous Hero character and stuff. It's just like wow, as just people don't take the information from the videos and apply it to Star Wars, which is why I was like, come on, people, just watch the thing and
Yeah.
then watch Star Wars after. And like, oh wait, I now remember what Grievous Hero the Clone Wars said.
If I have a friend who thinks that Grievous is a villain, and I want to convert him to believing in the facts and the right side that Grievous is a hero, what video should I show him of yours first?
um. Well, first, I usually always have the "Why is Grievous a Hero" video, which was like the channel trailer video, which basically like it pops up on the it pops up on your thing. So it'll usually like it was like the first video on the channel, so it pops up. And then so yeah, I recommend Why is Grievous a Hero Part 3, since that's the update, because all the other ones are kind of old and outdated and stuff. But I say Why is Grievous a Hero Part 3, and that let me see what else I can recommend. Maybe the fun fact that Grievous is a heroic antagonist. Maybe that one would be good. And let me see. I think that's it. I have a lot of explain videos, as you see, but I think that, and then also we'll recommend them the stream highlights number 12, the No Geneva Convention. Yeah, but I might just send all that to you later. So since you're on Discord, so I can send those to you later. But yeah, so I think those would be good because, like I said, the Why is Grievous a Hero video kind of already explains the backstory in a quick manner. Actually, and then also the backstory of Grievous. Also, that would be a good video to send them as well. So those are the videos I recommend on there. All
All right, gotcha.
right. So that's just the thing. So did you convince any of your friends that Grievous is Hero in the past, like recently
Uh,
or something?
well, I think I had a friend who, he was kind of like, he was kind of like he liked Grievous, but I don't think like, he really knew he was a hero, or he didn't have much of an opinion on it. So I showed him some of your videos, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I know Grievous is a hero."
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like so some people like they don't know like the facts and stuff, and then that's why sometimes I don't really trust the people and stuff in the server, because sometimes there's like I had a bad history of fakes and trolls that people usually just come in here and pretend that they're supporting the facts that Grievous is a hero, and then they're not, and they're really trying to get at you and destroy your Discord server. It was all this stupid mess that they were trying to do. So that's why after that I started kind of trusting people less. It's like, are you really supporting the facts, or are you just sitting
Yeah,
here playing around and trying to just get in this Discord server and try to ruin everything? So
yeah, man, who would troll someone like you who's just trying to spread facts about Grievous?
yeah, I mean, people don't like I said, that's why I always tell people like all these haters and stuff, like they couldn't handle the facts ever since 2018 and stuff when I first came out. Like this other troll that I don't even talk about no more, like Darth Takiris, he was just beefing with me on wikis because he was mad because I was putting up factual information on wikis, but he was like, no, no, no. So that me and him had our little beef, and then some other people, and then this other guy tried to say Obi-Wan in quotation hero the Clone Wars. Like he literally tried to copy my channel with the hero the Clone Wars part, and then basically try to say Obi-Wan. But then first, the funny thing about that was he tried to say that him, Obi-Wan, being a hero is in his opinion. So he was basically saying it's his opinion, not facts. So okay, it was fine. But then when I exposed him for copying my channel, then he tried to switch it around and start act like he was factual. But when you first video, you just said you were opinionated. So I'm like, bro.
Uh,
So I thought that was funny. And but then we got rid of him, and he basically apologized and took all the videos dissing me down and kind of stopped the whole lying on stuff. So he was good. Then we had this other guy called General Grievous in quotation villain the Clone Wars, basically a parody of mine, trying to mock me basically. And he was basically, which was this other guy called Unquiet Coyote, who actually supported the facts that Grievous is a hero, but then like hold on. Let me actually pull up like actually what he said, because it's
Okay,
actually kind of
okay.
funny, like what he actually said. So let me find that quick. This is it's actually funny, like what he has said. Let me find that. Let me see right here. This unquiet. Alright. Because this just made me laugh that he would even do that. So I'm like, alright. Let me just search my folders quick. There it is. Alright, let me go pull this up on the screen. Alright. Alright, so it should be coming up right now on your screen as well. If you see it.
Yeah, I see it, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this guy. That's why I took the screenshot. He said at first he was like, "Thank you for saying that you're not forcing Grievous as a hero," because this is one of the videos where I said I'm not really forcing the facts, but now I'm kind of like, okay, people need to understand, but people's like your own opinion doesn't really matter. But he was like, I see many of your videos and I understand your evidence for Grievous as a hero, though I may not agree with this. He's like, I still respect you for your videos and content, and I hope you respect my opinion despite it differing from the facts. I hope your channel continues to grow and make tons more informative videos like this. So I thought that was cool, because I'm like, okay, his opinion, he's basically saying, okay, even though he has a different opinion than the facts, he knows it's different from the facts. He's just like, okay, I hope your channel continues to grow, and he understands the evidence for Grievous as a hero. So I thought that was cool. Then he turns around and later on gets mad because I keep speaking to the facts on Grievous as a hero and getting mad at these other trolls, and then he gets mad and makes an impersonation channel trying to mock me, called General Grievous Inquisition villain the Clone Wars, and basically tries to sit here and like he tried to chop up my videos and like make me look like I was saying Grievous is some villain, but he couldn't, and then I copyright striked him, and then he got all mad and tried to do more videos, but then his channel just never really went anywhere, and we had arguments. But on live calls and stuff, he even admitted Grievous as a hero in one incident, and he was just crazy. Like him and this other dude, Boston Basher, that was supposed to be supporting the facts, but I don't really know what happened to him. But so it was all this other crazy stuff, and then he later on stopped after I posted the other one saying that if people keep lying about Grievous, I'm going to eradicate them. And then he took down all his videos, and now he's hiding. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What I say is let the clowns make fools of themselves. Let them out themselves for the clowns that they are.
Yeah, it's just really, it's so funny, like how these people are clowns. Like they say Grievous is a hero to one minute, and then they turn around, switch around, and try to say, he's not a hero. Which is why I always said, the meme I sent you yesterday with, if you can change your opinion all day, but you can't change the facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just made me laugh, because it's just like, no, but so have you had anybody else like hate on you yet, or not yet?
No, not yet. I have not. I'll admit I haven't been in the community for that long, but I have yet to have someone hate on me.
Yeah, because like these type of people, like they like to attack Grievous Hero fans and stuff. They like to attack the people that support the facts that Grievous is hero, so they'll basically attack anybody. So that's why I'm like, yeah, you might be experiencing that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's people like to attack, and then they attack my friends, and sometimes and other stuff. So it's just really kind of sad. I'm like, really, y'all, really? Like they have nothing better to do with their lives except sit there and complain about a fictional character being a hero.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. Yeah, it's just very funny. So, like, they had some of those trolls. He kind of went away, and then had this other crazy girl, which actually was Rachel, which was hating everything, but she was more Instagram beef than that. And Boston Bachelor, like I said, that guy kind of just disappeared, and he was a troll himself. Like, he was supporting the facts at first, then he switched up and tried to say Grievous is some evil, but then he couldn't, and then he went back trying to say he's a hero, and then he was just going all over the place. And even he recently came back and tried to subscribe to me or something like a couple of days ago. I was like, bro, why are you subscribing to me? And then he unsubscribed. I'm like, what? So that guy was weird. And then I had this one crazy dude, which I still don't even know who this guy was, but this guy was like a super big troll that tried to, I don't know, like he was like someone from back in the past, but he was just hilarious because he was just a total idiot and basically just being stupid and basically he's trying to act like I remembered him. I'm like, bro, you're not even that important for me to remember you. So then he got all mad, tried to get me on a Discord live call, and he was just basically trying to mock me. I'm like, bro, I can't even take you seriously, and you don't even understand the facts. And then he tried to say that Night Sisters were innocent. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, the Night Sisters are not even innocent. Like, they're an evil organization of people. So yeah, Grievous killing and slaughtering the Night Sisters wasn't even a bad thing.
Yeah. Only bad thing that Grievous did was not finish the job and let one of them go.
Yeah, because well, some of them, they let them go. I'm like, that's why it's like, so that's why I'm like, ugh. So yeah, those are the type of trolls I encountered over the years. So, but yeah, so hopefully you don't have to experience that. Like I said, because most of them, they're not appearing up anymore. They're just going away, which is perfect. So I'm like, finally, I can just relax. So yep. But
Yeah.
any other questions you have for me, like any more like Grievous questions or something?
Yeah. What other characters, like specific characters, like do you think have been kind of wrongly maligned by Lucasfilm and the Jedi apologists as villains?
But you said like who else do I think that they have portrayed as villains?
Yeah, has been wrongly portrayed
Um,
as a villain when they're really a hero.
let me think about some of that characters. Admiral Trench is one of those characters because Admiral Trench, like I say, he didn't really do anything bad. It's just they keep trying to portray him as an evil person, but the only thing he was doing was just blockading a planet of Christophsis for the Separatist cause. So, like I said, the Separatists are already the good guy, so but he didn't do anything evil. So, I'm like, he's not a villain.
Yeah, yeah.
And Warren Lawson, he wasn't really evil in the movie, the Clone Wars movie, or the Chibi when he only had that one appearance. So he wasn't really evil. O.T. Silbeck was one of those other people because even though, yeah, like it's not like I tell people before, torturing is, there's no Geneva Convention in Star Wars, so you're allowed to torture. And the only thing he was doing was just torturing an evil Jedi and cracking them down in the prison of the Citadel. So, I mean, that wasn't really bad. So I'm like, ah.
You know what's funny is in the Clone Wars movie, you can see Obi-Wan. He fakes a surrender in that movie to kind of fool Worm Loathsome. And in our world, that would be like a violation of the rules of war. Like you can't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that would be a violation. I'm like, hello, Royal Guard. Yeah, what's going on? But yeah, so I think that would just be very interesting. I'm like, that's why I never really, like you said, the Jedi were just doing some stupid stuff. So
Yeah.
dumb and evil things. That's why I'm like, I never understand where people try to say, but they're heroes in quotation. I'm like, they're not heroes when they're sitting here like doing all this evil stuff.
Would you be open to like debating someone who thinks that Grievous is a villain on like a live stream?
You said, would I be willing to debate somebody on there?
Yeah. Like
Like
do a
when?
debate.
Like when now?
And at any point, really, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, would you be open to
Oh,
at some point, like debating?
um, I don't know about that. Like debating people that think Grievous is some in quotation villain. Like I said, I never even lose debates because, like I said, their mindset it just gets on my nerves, and I don't have that time to be like getting pissed off and angry and stuff. But like usually, like I said, usually I would debate people and all that stuff. But like I said, now it's not the time because it's just like I said, it's just their opinion. They're not going to change their ways, and they're just going to sit there and continue thinking he's some in quotation villain. So I rather usually not debate those people. But like I said, if you're trying to like have someone to come on here and now, but
Yeah, I don't have anyone to come on here right now. I was just asking if you'd be
oh yeah.
curious.
Yeah, because it's I usually try to avoid that stuff because like I said, it's going to get me headaches and I don't have time to be getting like my blood pressure and everything high and everything else. So I'm like, because it's just really like because it's like that gets really on my nerves. Of people's like, oh, he uses semi quotation villain. I'm like, he's not a villain. He's a hero fighting for the galaxy and his people. So I'm like, I try to avoid that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, also at the end of the day, those people never win the debate anyway. Because even though I had debates in the past, they still never won because they see like my boy everything Star Wars said you can't win a debate against me when it comes down to Grievous because I'm always going to win because I already know the facts. And like you're just sitting here speaking nonsense and opinions. I'm like, bro, no, you're not going to win the debate.
Yeah, it's hard to really like debate facts. Like you can't really debate like well, water is a liquid because water is a liquid.
Yeah, it's just like yeah, it's hard to debate facts because like I said, thing. Who is that with me? That is Pegman, from the Discord server. Pegman,
What
the
about
Roy
him?
Guard. Yeah, he was asking who you were and who was in here in the stream.
Wow.
So that's how I was like, that's him from the Discord server. But yeah, that's what I said. I always thought that was very interesting with people. So I was like, wow. Yeah, it's like they try to debate me, but it's like it's not even worth it, and they're always going to lose, and I don't have time to be just getting pissed off at stuff like that. I'm like, nah. I don't know if you had seen the video from where everything Star Wars had said that.
Yeah.
Let me. I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go. Let me actually pull that up right now so we can put that on the screen. He's like, okay, well, congratulations on the 700 subs. Yes, thank you, the Royal Guard. Yes, we have 700 subs. So that's good. That the
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully you'll get 1,000 soon. More people need to know of truth about Grievous.
Yes. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully we'll get to 1,000 soon. Like I said, I don't have to do shit. Keep pumping out these videos and they'll be there.
Yeah.
And if more people spread the word and share the videos, they'll also help as well. But yeah, here's what everything Star Wars had said about me when I was on his stream.
Grievous is hero. That's a fact. That's all you need to know. Let's not argue about it. Because I wouldn't argue Grievous hero. You're not going to win, and that's it. Just even if you don't agree that Grievous is hero, don't get involved.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, that's all he said. He was like, if you don't agree with the Grievous hero, he's like, don't get involved. Don't argue with me. Yeah, that's one of my boys right there. So,
Oh, yeah. I'll have to check him out.
yeah, because he knows the fast that Grievous is hero. So that's why he's like, yeah, Grievous is hero. He's like, yep, don't argue.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. And I'm like, yep. Yeah, that's what. That's what. My friend Eagle Blade Wolf is like. How can haters deny the facts being stated right here?
Yeah.
All I thought that was just dumb. With people like, come on. So, yep. But any other questions you have?
What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith, and then what we call I do like the Rise of Skywalker, even though they had some problems with it, but yeah.
It's still a pretty good movie, I'd say. I mean, I liked a lot of the plot points. Like I liked, the big space fleet. I thought they introduced that really well, and I thought that the final battle against Palpatine was super climactic, and it dragged out for just the right amount.
Yep. That was good though. Yeah, it had some good parts in it, and of course it had some bad parts in it. But yeah, every movie has that. So
yeah.
So let me think. So also, when did you find that the Jedi were evil? When did you find that out?
I always had some suspicions. When I was a kid watching the clothes, I was like, you know what? They take babies from their homes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's not very kosher. That's like child abuse. You can't just take children and indoctrinate them. If this was happening in our real world, we would say this is a cult.
Yep.
So I always had that kind of suspicion. And that just kind of wore on as I was going in and looking at a lot of the canon material and reading the facts and saying, oh wow, these Jedis, they do a lot of bad things. They're killing people, they're sanctioning the killing of other people. Like there's a lot of bad stuff that these people are that's going on under these people's watch. They aren't really the heroes. And then I started to think, well, Jedi, if Grievous, he's the one fighting against them, but if he's fighting against them, then he can't be he can be a villain. He must be a hero.
Yeah,
So that's
that's
kind of
what
how I figured out, like the Jedi. And just coming across your channel and seeing your videos, that kind of, it was like the final nail in the coffin. I was like, all right, well, here are all the facts. The Jedi are villains. Grievous is a hero. These are the facts.
Yeah, because like I said, that's what it always was about. Because it's like the people, it's just like I said, that's why I tell people, like, how is Grievous a in quotation villain for fighting the Jedi? Because the Jedi are evil and they're killing all this stuff, and you're trying to say Grievous is some evil person, which I never, like I said, it never made sense. Because how is he a in quotation villain when he's fighting against the villains and he's doing the heroic actions for the galaxy and its people? So I'm like, and it never made any sense. So.
Yeah.
That's what I always told people, was like, you gotta look at the facts instead of just sitting here. And then remember, even in the Clone Wars, Barris even called the Jedi out for being villains, or them being villains in the war after Ahsoka's trial.
Yeah, and then they persecuted her.
Yeah, that's why people were like, wow, Barris told the truth. But even though I was like, so. Yeah, like I said, it never made sense. Like I said, because even Bears call the Jedi for being villains and not heroes. Like so they're not, and that's what I tell people. I'm like, where are you getting this from?
How do you respond to the people who go, "Well, Grievous, he killed Jedi Padawans and children, though"? Like, what's your rebuttal to
that? Basically, what I tell people about that is basically the only thing I let them know is that, bro, like the Jedi, basically like my boy Indian Blade Wolf had said as well. Basically, the younglings and the Padawans and stuff, even though they're young, they're still Jedi. They're still following the evil order. And then, like Indian Blade Wolf said, that they're going to, once they grow up, they're going to become full-grown Jedi doing more evil stuff. So it's like, okay, so they're going to become things. So he's like, so it's rather to get rid of the problem now before it's a thing later. And also, they're child soldiers. Once you're a soldier and you step out in the war, you're no longer an innocent kid. You're a child soldier, which means you can now get killed. So that's all I tell people. Like, so Grievous killing the younglings and the Padawans, or going after, because he never actually got to kill the younglings in canon, but going after them, he just like that. And that's like I explained the video there. It's like, they're child soldiers. Like, they're still villains, but they're not even like what. So that's all I think I have to say about those teams to those people. It's like, but the thing is, like, once you step in there, you're no longer innocent. Once you step into warfare, you're not innocent.
Yeah, so. It wasn't like Grievous who chose to put like the kids on the front lines. It was the Jedi. And if you think about it, though, like they've been raised for like their entire life to just be like kind of fanatical soldiers for the Jedi. So death is a preferable alternative to Jediism, in my opinion.
Yeah, because people they're just that's all, like, they're already raised up there to be evil and all that. So it's not even him killing all these Jedi. It's not even villainous. So that's why I'm like, what's wrong with people? Or him, like people be getting mad at the whole Grievous Hero torturing Eve Koff scene thing.
Yeah, it's like, who cares about, he was a villain. Eve Koff was like a villain. Why do you care about him being tortured? He deserved it.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, I don't understand how people are like, they're like, he's a, I'm like, what? It just makes me laugh. Like, sometimes these comments and these haters and stuff just make me laugh. I'm like, do you even watch the same show?
Yeah. That's
why I usually make memes on them. Like, do you guys watch the same show? So it's really funny.
Yeah.
So that's what I was like, because that's why we told us, like, of course, if Grievous had a child himself, of course he would protect it and everything. But it's like, but with the younglings, they're evil. They're evil younglings. They're not good. And they were, and also they also started the stuff on Hondo's base. So Grievous going to chase after them because they came out and started killing his droids. So they came out of nowhere.
Yeah. So it's like you can spare them, but like they're just gonna keep being evil soldiers for the Jedi. So again, death is a preferable alternative to Jediism.
Yep. That's why I tell people I never understood where people were just like defending it, like, oh, but we're supposed to. I'm like, bro, they came and started attacking Grievous first. Grievous didn't attack them first; they came after him, and they started to dip on the Hondo episode. So that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, like if there's like a psychic child or whatever, he comes and he's a part of like an evil cult, and he starts trying to kill you. You're well within your rights to defend yourself from the
Exactly.
side.
That's why I always tell people Grievous didn't do anything wrong with them. Like like I said with the Youngling episode. That's why I told people go watch why the Grievous Hero attacked the Younglings. But the thing with the Legends Grievous, and that was something really different because he was actually like taking them and trying to make them his own soldiers or whatever. Like Legends Grievous. That's why I was like, Legends Grievous is crazy. I'm like, don't support that Grievous. I mean, that Grievous is like insane. His whole brain is messed up in there, so that's I'm like, just stick with the canon, Grievous.
Yeah, don't listen to all that Legends propaganda.
Yeah, cause that's also people who fall for the Legends propaganda. It's like, oh, but he's the same Grievous. I'm like, he's not the same Grievous. If you keep, I'm like, he has a whole different personality. He's one. The canon Grievous is a hero. To the Legends Grievous is a villain. And then on top of that, like their whole backstories are different in personality. So you can't compare them and say they're the same Grievous just because you see the word Grievous. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Or I also hate the people that try to say that Grievous is some villain in every series. I'm like, he's not a villain in every series. Like, he's a hero in the canon and the Clone Wars and other media that follows with it. But then the Legends is a different thing. So you can't even say that because of that. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah. People like that really just like make me facepalm and like, what are y'all watching? What are y'all thinking? It's like they're like their opinion. That's why I tell people. Facts don't care about your opinions or your feelings. They just don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to duck out in a sec.
Oh, okay.
But
All
I
right.
can stick around for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. But yeah, since you have to go. But yeah, that's what I was like. That's what people. Facts don't care about your feelings, and people just get all opinionated and upset and hurt when I just bring the facts. That's on like the dislike trolls. I'm like, why y'all even disliking the videos? Y'all just helping us grow.
Yeah, there's no publicity is bad publicity. But what's it like? All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, that's why I tell people I don't even care about the trolls or when people try to insult me and call me names, and I'm like, I don't even care about this. I'm like, you're like, that's not, or that's supposed to affect me. It's supposed to make me stop working on the channel. Like, bro, like none of this is going to ever stop me working on the channel or spreading the facts and the truth that Grievous is a hero. So that's I'm like, I never understood that.
But anyways, I think I have to go now. So
All right.
all right. Well, nice talking to you. I'll be sure to come in for like another one of these live streams.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, nice talking to you as well, dude.
Yeah. See you around.
All right, see ya.